I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Recording.
What's up, all you studs and beefcakes out there? We're here to fight. That's right. Are you? Because this is the quest for the best fighting games. Welcome to the Button Mappers. Let's scrap.
My mom made me a birthday cake, but it's made out of beef. What an awful cake.
Alex, eat your beefcake.
I wanted actual cake. Too bad.
Hey,
It's
Beef
beef.
Wellington. Hey, Terry. We're out here. UK. UKing it up.
Yeah.
Beef Wellington.
We are going to throw down a
corn dog.
lot of the best fighters versus style
Mhm.
in a cage match, I believe is the terminology. Maybe Spencer can correct me on that.
It's a match. Just it'd probably
Is
be
it a rumble?
It's probably you would probably call it like a gauntlet match or just like a tournament. It's kind of a weird one, but it's hard to say. Just like a series of matches. We're gonna do like what? Like we pick two, and then the winner goes on, right? That's generally how it's gonna go.
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to be like a Royal Rumble.
It's not quite a Royal Rumble, but almost.
Okay. I mean, it looks like one to me. So
Well, you've never seen one,
Excellent.
so there you go.
Before we get into it,
every day of my life is a Royal Rumble.
Oh shit!
it's true. I mean, in my world, everything is a Royal Rumble.
Alex has killed the guy,
including
yeah.
your life. Before we get into it, where else can the viewers fight with us, as they have tended to lately?
They can fight with us on Discord.
Square up.
Square up with
Also,
us.
in the comments below, you can, if you really want to stick it to us, give us a like and the subscribe.
We would
and
hate
ring
that.
bell.
We'd
Yeah,
hate
we'd hate that. Oh, 1-2 punch right there.
Square up with the square dance as you follow us for our fitness routines. That's right. For a low installment of $9.99 every week, you can get special access to Alex's secret VHS tapes. Workout Papa.
Yeah.
feel
I
like
get sweaty.
You might get arrested for that.
I get sweaty.
The payments.
Alex is
For the
about to get real
workout.
sweaty.
Yeah. make out the payments to the IRS and send them to me in the mail.
There you go.
Don't write your name on the
Excellent.
check.
Well, I this is my month, fighting month, and well, it's our month. It's our month, but I picked it, so I want to let Alex pick the first fighting game to enter the arena from our list of choices. There will be 9
Sure.
total.
Can we say the 9 choices before we start,
Yes.
Spencer?
Yeah, I have him here, so I'll read them off. We have Marvel versus Capcom 3. Well,
do
there's
more
the
like-
series.
WWE announcer style.
Yeah.
We've got a selection of games here that's going to tear your ass apart. We have, and these are the series, not the individual games, but the pictures may reflect just one of the games. But first off, we have Marvel versus Capcom. Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat. Soul Calibur. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Dead or Alive?
You cut out on that one.
Oh, they'll hear it, but I'll say it again for you guys. Dead or Alive? They'll hear it on the recording. Super Smash Brothers. Virtua Fighter. And King of Fighters.
Okay. Thanks. So we all did pick 3 each. Yeah, audience, there's a million fighting games, so if you're gonna come at us in the comments being like, where's fucking Blaze Blue? Like, we can't talk about all of them today.
We can't
I
talk
feel
about
like-
Blaze Blue.
You know what? This wasn't one of my 3 picks, but I feel like I should pick it because that Marvel cabinet over there that I have, that's technically a Capcom cabinet and it has Marvel superheroes on it, which is the earliest iteration of this franchise. I'm gonna do Marvel vs. Capcom.
All right.
Wow, starting with the heroes and the zeros. Get it? Because Zero is a playable character.
Let's move on. All right. What's the next one?
It's up to you, Spence.
Oh.
What goes in the arena first with the old Marvel vs. Capcom verse?
Okay. I say let's get the tournament fighters out of here and pick one good one. I'm going Street Fighter.
Whoa. We're starting
Fighter.
strong today, boys.
Wow, Street Fighter versus Marvel. I mean, they're both Capcom, so they're kind of cut from the same cloth,
Yeah.
but some key differences. I don't know. How do you guys want to approach this?
I think just
So,
any category.
ideally, this episode is just what's the quest for the best? What's the best fighting game ever? And so, in one corner is the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise, and the other is Street Fighter. What makes either a better fighting game, and why?
Sure. So, just kind of giving a brief synopsis here. Street Fighter is the original in a lot of ways. Not the first Street Fighter, that game's garbage, but Street Fighter 2, more or less, kind of ushered in this era of fighting games that we're still technically in. And so that's important. And the games have sort of stayed the same ever since, with a few tweaks and new characters and art styles, but at the core, it's still Street Fighter. Marvel vs. Capcom is like a celebration of a lot of things, including Street Fighter, and of course Marvel and other Capcom properties in there with Street Fighter, and more of a chaotic arcade fighting scene. The games are a lot more fast and frenetic. So, do you guys have experience with either one of these?
I've played a tiny amount of Marvel vs. Capcom, but more Street Fighter. My friend is really into Street Fighter, so I play with him and occasionally just get blasted.
I downloaded Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the good one, on Xbox prior to this video, and I dabbled with it. I played I don't know what it is, some arcade mode and then like some button collecting mode or something. And it was fun. It was kind of like King of Fighters, like with the 3 characters. You pick 3 fighters, and then you kind of got a roster going. And you got 2 sides. You got the Capcom side and the Marvel side. I have an interesting anecdote, but I'll come back to it. With Street Fighter, I played a ton of Street Fighter. I mean, when I was Genesis collecting, when I first got my Genesis, Street Fighter 2 something edition, Championship edition, I want to say, came with it. And yeah, no, I was really into that. I mean, it was an arcade classic game. I feel like Street Fighter are the arcade fighting games. And recently, leading up to this episode, I played a lot of Street Fighter 4. And that's kind of more polished, more like, it's still a 2D fighter, but it's got kind of like 3D aesthetic and more story mode elements. And I think that one's a fan favorite. A lot of people like it. I had gotten Street Fighter 3 Alpha for the Saturn. I think I sent that to you, Alex. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
It was Alpha 1. It was the first Alpha you sent me.
Oh, okay. Well, it was an Alpha, regardless, which says a lot about the series. It's made for alphas. It's, I think it's iconic. It's classic. You think of these characters. We played Gunstar Heroes, and there's a character we're basically calling M. Bison. This series is ingrained in the brains, and I think for good reasons. Like, I mean, I could pick up Ryu any day and go for a Shoryuken, or pick Ken, and I could do a Hadouken pretty easily, or like the spinning kick, and so a lot of that stuff's like kind of built into my mind too. I really like the story elements of Street Fighter, but I think one way that Marvel vs. Capcom rivals it is by giving you story elements as well. So it's nice to see celebrations of like iconic Capcom characters, especially from a gamer's perspective. But if you really like Marvel, you'd probably like that as well.
It's true. Yeah, like I said, there's like a chaotic energy to Marvel vs. Capcom. It's almost like, in a weird way, which we'll talk about this series later on, but that series always felt like the Smash Bros. Of 2D fighters, because like you don't really need to be that good at fighting games to play Marvel vs. Capcom. Like most of the crazy stuff. Like you can push like A over, and like you know, you'll playing as Dante, you'll automatically pull out two swords and do a giant, you know, thing. So it always felt a bit more of like a party-ish 2D fighter. Whereas Street Fighter games to me, I mean, and not saying there can't be skilled players in Marvel versus Capcom. Trust me, there are. But Street Fighter always felt like if you didn't learn the combos and like the special moves, you'd be kind of fucked, even playing by yourself. You know, I would go Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter is more important. I do love Marvel's Capcom. Obviously, I have a Marvel One cabinet over here for the Marvel superheroes game. But yeah, I'm gonna go Street Fighter for my vote.
Okay. I'll be putting this out there early, hard and early. I should have put this out there even before we started.
You don't play fighting games, do you?
I do. I played 0 fighting games unless it's Super Smash Brothers. So and the only reason I really want to stress that is because I know how passionate fighting game fans are, and they're like, just talking to my friend who's into it, like it's like you have to count the frames and there's like lag in online versus in person, and you can use fighting game sticks and like controller setups, and some of them get banned because they're illegal because of this or whatever. Dude, I don't touch fighting games, so my experience will be from the occasional arcade I played of it, or what I played with my friend, and in some of these, how large the female's breasts are. In this instance, I will go with Street Fighter. I know that Marvel vs. Capcom, specifically 3, had a very dedicated tournament setting, but I know Street Fighter continues to have that, and I think its characters are more iconic. Obviously, most of those iconic ones are in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but it almost feels like a cop-out to say, well, that one has that and Dante. So I'm just going to say Street Fighter created that and continues to use them, therefore wins it. Plus, M. Bison in the movie said some really great lines, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, Julia, whatever his name is. What's his fucking name? The guy that plays him? I don't remember his name. But
I'm going to send him up Reaver.
Of course.
But for most of what I say, I will put it out there that if you guys disagree, it may be best to do something else, because my opinion will be nearly invalid. I guess I'm just a tiebreaker.
Teddy, before we get to your vote, can we? This is my idea off the bat, and like you can shoot me down. But since Spencer's played the most Smash Bros. And we're doing Smash Bros. To the map out, can we save that for the last matchup?
Oh, I wasn't gonna pick it next, so well, yeah, whatever. We can save.
But
that
like,
for
it
last.
seems like the biggest one, and Spencer knows it. So I feel like we should do that, and then whatever wins out, the rest of them can go up against Smash Brothers, which I mean is.
Yeah,
seems
that's
fair.
fine. And when I clip this, the viewers will have no idea what you're talking about. So go check out the quest for best fighting game.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank
people
you.
that watch the clip.
Thank you, Clip Brothers. Okay, I should have put this out there, and we'll continue to put this out there, that if we have no opinion or experience with one of these, just go do something else with your time. Like, if you care that much, please.
Oh no!
It's
Now
the
I like
fucking
that.
versus
You
clip.
turn it on the viewers. I like that.
This is your fault for caring. Stop caring. Listen, you know what? Do care in the comments below, and you can tell us what you think. If you like Destiny, tell us about Destiny.
Yeah,
You know, I don't care. Like, please. I would love to know about Marvel vs. Capcom. I played 3. I played, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it's a great game. But I think, to Spencer's point, if I'm going in, I'm picking Ryu anyway. Isn't that testament to how much I like Street Fighter? Like there is something iconic about Street Fighter that I think has been tried and true. I think if you look at the most recent Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it gets shit on, and I mean, any of these fighting games with DLCs will say, "Oh, it doesn't come with the right DLC. Oh, the online mode sucks." That's another thing. Don't ask me about online. I will not give you anything about the online community when ranking any of these games. I will tell you about it as a standalone game from a single player experience. And quite frankly, I just think that Street Fighter has a lot to offer. It has collections. It has even Street Fighter 4, these story modes, these snippets, these little views into these characters' lives. I think they're more like tangible, I guess you would say. And playing Street Fighter 4, I met my new favorite character, Rufus. Big belly dude on a bike.
Why? Why Rufus?
Gotta be Rufus. Next to maybe El what's his name?
El Fuerte. Yeah,
What's his quote? It's like time to get cooking or something.
No. His is he's a luchador wrestler that cooks, and he says it's super dynamic cooking time.
I love that. That is such a great entrance.
For the
So I saw that and I laughed.
For the audience, just so you know, I love fighting games. So I'm on your side.
Street Fighter wins.
Yeah, Street Fighter wins. People at home, Marvel fans. If I had a list of like my top 10 favorite fighting games, don't worry, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 would be on it for sure. So don't get mad at me, or get mad at me. I don't care. Whatever.
Well, you might get mad at this next pick because it's mine. We're doing Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
That's the classic mashup, dude. Jeez, we're going straight.
Here we go. This is the test of the Ultimate Fighter. I think these are like the rival fighters. You think of like what were the arcade fighters back in the day, and even where have they gone? The legacy is Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. They're both very authentic to the medium. They're both very unique in their own rights as franchises. So let's talk a bit about it. What's Street Fighter? What's Mortal Kombat? What's the best and why? Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Who wants to start?
I'll start because I'm the most ignorant. So I think you should always start from a place of ignorance, is what I always say. Okay, maybe I don't understand these games at all, which is probably the case. But I always viewed from the outside Street Fighter as more of a technical tournament fighting game, and Mortal Kombat as more flash and look cool blood kind of game. Now I know that they both have elements of the other. I know that there is actual mechanics in Mortal Kombat, and actually I've been to a couple shows where I met the cast of the original Mortal Kombat and got to meet them and talk to them and like learn about the making of those games. So actually they hold a special place in my heart for really getting a peek into the industry, especially at that time. But yeah, I always viewed Street Fighter as more the technical fighting game and Mortal Kombat more the flash. I'm gonna go Mortal. Oh, are we doing the official?
You can.
Okay, I will just go Mortal Kombat because I'm not a technical fighting game guy, and the fatalities are pretty inventive. And I think in the mainstream, people know Mortal Kombat more just because of fatalities and screaming Mortal Kombat at the top of their lungs. So, Mortal Kombat.
Do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
I want you to go. You go, Alex.
Okay, I'll go. This one's easy for me, but I will talk about each. Street Fighter is, like I said, like I said in the last matchup, the grandfather of fighting games, and is will always be. That's basically what you think of whenever you see a fighting game character, especially like a Karate Man. You think of Ryu, like he's the guy. And the Hadouken has been referenced in so many pieces of media because it is so iconic. But Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and yes, especially the early games. Not saying they didn't have technical aspects to them, but they were a lot more flash. Like, oh man, you can see that guy's spine get ripped out and stuff. But what always drew me to the series were the characters and the lore. I always loved the world of Mortal Kombat growing up, and I've played all those fucking games to pieces. And I still keep up with it, even if they take some iffy directions. And they always have fun gameplay, characters, even like the stuff that comes out of the franchise, like the movies, or even like when you're playing like the story modes and stuff. Like they're great. I mean, for a fighting game, they're great, but they're still a lot of fun. And yeah, I am attached to Mortal Kombat at the hip. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the other matchups can top it for me. But yeah, I fucking love it. Mortal Kombat.
Time to vote. I mean, goddamn, it's Mortal Kombat, dude. I mean, and subtract the media outside of the games aside, because I think that gives it an unfair advantage over basically the majority of this.
You think it gives it an advantage?
Fine. I think reference it. Huh?
It has two good movies. It has one bad movie, but two good movies.
Well, that you have the theme song, you
Okay.
have things like that. Like I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, we can talk about it, I guess. But let's talk about the fighting game. Mortal Kombat. I think what I appreciated over Street Fighter, I like how Street Fighter has kind of remained similar over time. 2, 3, 4. I played the demo for 6. You know, it's basically the same game every time you play 'em. Mortal Kombat kind of is and isn't, but I think the things that I like about it are there's just all these elements that like kind of make it fantastic and gruesome, like not hitting people off the edge, using your environment to beat people up. Also, the fatalities, as mentioned. I think all of these characters and their special moves really make them feel special. Whereas in Street Fighter, I don't really feel like every character is special. I feel like I really just use Ryu, Blanca, and maybe Chun Li for some kicks. But you know, like um, in Mortal Kombat, I could play one of the earliest games, or I could play XL, and I could still play Sub Zero anytime. Like, and just love his ice attacks, you know, the back attacks, and that's where I think it feels the same, like very very similar to what it used to be. But every game is so unique and distinct. Like I remember playing story mode and Deception and playing a Shujinko and learning all the characters' moves and then just going into this big open world. Or I remember Armageddon and it was a bit more of a walkathon, but just getting every single character, you know, fighting with them. Classic, really cool. XL, just seeing how polished it is and beautiful, and that has its own unique story mode. I haven't really messed with it. I've just played with the towers. Um, Great. Love it. You know, I could play Mortal Kombat anytime. You know, so I'm team Mortal Kombat personally.
All right. I didn't think Street
Sweet.
Fighter would get voted down so quickly. I thought that would be like
Well,
Yeah. Hey,
you-
if you're a Street Fighter fan though, let us know why it's better than Mortal Kombat.
yeah, we'll tell you you're
yeah.
Spencer's
I'll do a
not replied to
fatality.
me.
wrong. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight in real life, so that's my thing. All right, I think it's Alex, or is it my turn? Or Alex's turn?
thought it
It's-
was-
it's
Alex.
Who just picked?
You picked
I did.
we picked the first two, but you picked the first one of the first two, and then Teddy just picked. So I think it's back to you.
Jesus.
You could like agree together or something, you know?
What hex is this? Okay, no, I'll go. So we have Mortal Kombat, and man, this is tough. Who should I'm gonna put it up against. Dead or Alive.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they both have the hottest babes in fighting games, right?
Yeah.
Dead or Alive has hotter ones.
Well,
Mortal Kombat has
So,
edgier ones.
I do want to say, audience, if you are a fighting game fan and you're upset that there's a certain franchise missing on this list called Tekken, we are sorry.
Alex
So-
calls it Soul
I'm not
Calibur,
sorry.
so-
Listen, Tekken is not available on anything. I went to a retro game store and I looked through every PlayStation library. You can't buy that fucking thing. It doesn't exist.
I'm not a Tekken fan anyway, so but I just wanted to apologize because we're talking about 3D fighting games, and then it feels like a crime that we don't have Tekken, but we have Soul Calibur. That's better. All right, so Dead or Alive versus Mortal Kombat. Anybody experience with Dead or Alive?
Yeah, I bought it for preparation for this episode, Dead or Alive 2, which is hailed as one of the best ones. That one and 3, apparently. I really appreciated this game. I didn't think it was perfect, but I did appreciate, like, I think it just feels like a real fighter. Like, it just feels like, doesn't feel like too fancy. It feels like real fighting moves. And I like 3D fighters, personally. I like destructible environments. I think one of the things it's renowned for is, first off, what is that song that's playing in the beginning? Guns N' Roses or something?
Oh, in 2? I don't remember. Is there a song in 2?
Yeah, it's playing like a freaking old rock song. Like, you guys would know it.
I have the Dreamcast version. I don't remember that.
So Dead or
Oh
Alive
my
2?
gosh. Yeah. Please find
Take
out
me
first,
down
Spencer.
to the Paradise City. That's the only Guns N' Roses
It's
song
a little
I
sadder
can think
than
of right
that.
now.
But it's like, it's a classic. You'll know
Is
it.
it a sad version of Paradise City? Take me down
Take me
Big
down.
to
It's
the
a-
Paradise City.
It's Exciter by Bomb Factory. I don't know who that is.
In the Xbox version?
I just said Dead or Alive 2. It says arcade. Let me try Xbox.
Rock Show by Blink 182. I'm just kidding.
Fell in love.
Fell in love with the girl at the rock show.
Basically, yeah. This girl lost her sister, you know.
I always crack up when that song comes on my playlist.
Um,
Yeah, anything, Spencer?
um, no.
Riveting.
All right, move on.
Wait, it says Dead or
Yep.
Alive 2 only came out on the arcade, the Dreamcast, and the PlayStation 2.
No, there's been ports to every. No, they had ports of 1 and 2 to Xbox, and then those are available.
Was that
everywhere,
named
you know,
something else?
now.
Was that like a package or something?
Ultimate. I think it was all Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me look
there
that
was
up.
there actually was. Yeah, it's funny you said that. There actually was like a compilation on Xbox that came with 1 and 2, but on like separate discs. It was called Ultimate.
Okay, here it is. Let's see. Why are we looking this up? This is so dumb.
Because we want to know the song, man.
I'm ready for you guys to break out into song. I'll sing it with you.
Ultimate Wikipedia. Okay.
Welcome to the jungle.
Basically.
Jungle.
I hate Guns N' Roses. I don't know if I ever said that before. We got fun and games.
Why? They're good. You don't like them?
Okay. No, that is the epitome of dad rock.
Okay, so it's just called. Is it just called Dead or Alive Ultimate, or is it?
Can we stop
Dude.
looking this up?
Well, you guys can move on. I'm just. You guys haven't told me to
No,
stop.
I want to
so
see what you know. We're just watching you. This is good stuff. This is content. Spencer looks up the title and he can't find it.
Look, okay, I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna try to keep it away from the mic so we don't get flagged.
Do you see if you know what it is?
Oh, this is Dream On, Dream On.
Oh, it's fucking Aerosmith.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
That's dad rock I like. Yeah. Dream until your
There you
dreams come
go.
true.
And we're alive too. So I'm seeing this like Japanese, like artsy or Chinese or something. I'm sorry to all the Asians out there, but I do want to say combining it with Aerosmith was just the most like what like question mark. But I could see what they were going for. They're trying to do this really impressive like 3D visual aesthetic and combine it with like a hard rock song from like I don't even know what
I would
era-
not
era
call
it is, like
Aerosmith
2000.
hard rock.
They make me hard.
Okay, Baltamaster. Fucking soft rock.
Wuss rock. That's what I'd call it. Baby rock.
Fine. Baby rock. It's a rock, okay? Don't get on its case. So listen, they're really trying to go guns blazing, and that's I think what Dead or Alive 2 is about, and just Dead or Alive in general is just giving these beautiful tapestries, garments included, but specifically with environments, and then like you knock people off of like the tops of buildings and like mountains and stuff, and then they just go flying, and I think that's the fun is can you like angle them up in order to knock them off. So that's what I really appreciate about Dead or Alive. I didn't really play it much back in the day, but I remembered things about it when I started playing this one. So I appreciated it. Being a real low down, ho-town fighter. Yeehaw.
Pass it to somebody, Tony.
Low down, ho-town.
Yeah. Who's going next?
Dream on.
Okay.
I think that means me. I like Dead or Alive because it introduced jiggle physics,
Hits.
and its women are really hot, and it had like a volleyball game, and that was pretty freaking cool.
But you can't count the fucking spin-off volleyball
Why
game.
not? Who said?
If we can't count the Mortal Kombat movies, you can't count
I'm counting the
titty-
movies.
titty volley. Okay, well then, sure, count the titty volleyball.
Bring
games.
in the volleyball games, and no, the women are fantastic. I didn't even know there were men in the game until much later.
Like 3.
Yeah, forgettable. Women,
No, Ryu Hayabusa. He's not. He's
yeah,
he's Ninja Gaiden.
I forget that he's in this, and I remember he's in Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, he's in it.
But no, the women are amazing. I would play this over Mortal Kombat any day of the week, so I'm giving it to Dead or Alive.
What did you vote for, Teddy? Did you vote?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tits. Dead or Alive is a lot of things, tits included, and
It's two things. It's two things.
no, okay. So in the way I view Dead or Alive, and I do like Dead or Alive. Don't get me wrong. The gameplay has some fun, like rhythmic, like combos and stuff. It is a very fun game. But the way that I view Dead or Alive is, what if we took Tekken or Virtua Fighter, which there's actually some Virtua Fighter characters in Dead or Alive 5, and we just made it sexy. That was like their pitch to me. Was like, what if we did that? And from that perspective, I've never really respected it that much because there's not really a lot of characters I can get invested in. I mean, they're hot, sure, but other than that, like somebody's like, "Who's your favorite Dead or Alive character?" I'm like, I don't know, the girl with the purple hair, I guess. Fucking I know. So it is fun. I have enjoyed playing the titles I have played, but I gotta stick to Mortal Kombat. I don't see a lot of value in the Dead or Alive outside of some jiggle physics. Daddy.
It's up to me, folks. For tits or not for tits? That is the question. Sadly, not for tits today. I think that while it's a fine 3T fighting game, this is the wrong matchup for it. It probably could have won a couple of other matchups here. So sorry to all my big-breasted fighting women and men out there.
Big breasts and men.
Like those big-breasted men.
I'm so sorry for you.
Those jiggly men. I'm sorry.
Confirmed for gay. All right, I will pick then. Let's bring out King of Fighters
Sure.
because I don't know nearly anything about this game. The only thing I
Sure.
will say is that we had a review of a King of Fighters game, and I clipped
did.
it, and we put it out, and there was a person that yelled at me in the comments because I made the large-breasted woman in there very large and take up a lot of real estate, and they complained that that's all.
Really?
That's all.
My,
they could
for
say.
my from my
Yes.
right, use my right.
Yeah. In fact, while you guys talk, I'm gonna try to find that quote because it's funny.
Wow.
I read it. Yeah, they wanted it to be bigger. They're like, let me enjoy the pixel art of this game.
That's hilarious.
Anyway,
The game
That's big.
confirmed.
Who's going first?
It is mini month, you know.
Okay.
Uh,
And
I made it a small.
excellent. keep going. Keep going with that thought.
yeah. Yes.
It's mini
And
month while we record this, okay? So you know you gotta really zoom in to see all the action. I think you should start, Alex. King of Fighters versus Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I'm the guy. So King of Fighters. If Street Fighter was the original arcade Karate Man game, SNK quickly followed it up with their own. So King of Fighters is a lot of things. Tits also included. But it's more of a celebration of SNK and its multiple properties. That's why we included this over some of the other franchises. Yes, I love Fatal Fury, but it's not here. Because a lot of the characters from, say, Fatal Fury, from Art of Fighting, from some of their other properties, like Akari Warriors, show up in King of Fighters, and it's a big tournament fighter between all the SNK properties. Started on Neo Geo, obviously has expanded beyond Neo Geo because it's dead, and they're on 15 was the last one, yeah, and they're still kicking. It's a game, 3-on-3 game. You pick 3 characters, you fight in a tournament that has some very memorable characters and some unmemorable characters, but there's some memorable characters like Terry Bogard, he's in Smash, and yeah, it's been around forever. A lot of people that worked at Capcom left Capcom to start working at SNK, and that's sort of how this ball got rolling. So in a lot of ways, it is sort of like a spiritual successor to Street Fighter, and they've even crossed over and fought each other through some collaborations and stuff. And I really like and respect SNK's fighting games. They've always felt like Street Fighter titles or like the Capcom titles, but a little more technical. They're actually a lot more technical, but yeah, they're like for the hardcore, fighting game scene. And maybe that means they're a little inaccessible for a lot of people because you get in and you won't know how to do the combos because combo strings are super long. But I like it a lot. Do I choose it over Mortal Kombat? No.
Wow.
But I like it a lot. I mean, obviously, I love SNK. I do an SNK game like once a year on this channel. So obviously, I love the company. I love these games. But no, Mortal Kombat still wins for me.
All right, thank you for voting, Alex. Let's move. I think that just counts as the vote for all of us. So,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's weeb shit. I picked Mortal Kombat as well. I want to read this comment. Jesus, man. Showing Mai for like 30 seconds is cool, but her taking up 40% of the screen while I actually want to see how the sprites look and how the game plays. You left her there for the whole damn video. In parentheses, fast forwarded to check. In parentheses, lame.
Hell yeah, dude! If you ever call my lame,
Yeah, get out of here,
get out of here,
loser.
get out of here.
Geek.
Mine's awesome.
Dude, what do you want? Who's a worse or a better King of
My
Fighter?
my is hotter than any of the girls in Dead or Alive. All I'm saying.
I think he wants Terry.
Oh, I don't know about that. No,
Okay.
I don't know about that. That's a versus episode that will get us some
My-
views.
My versus all of the girls in Dead or Alive. That
Not
even
my
work.
Kasumi. I'm a fan
Nobody
of Kasumi,
takes
so sue me. You know.
I don't know who that is.
All right. Teddy.
That's my pick. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat still winning.
Oh no, Alex picked King of Fighters.
I pick King of
No, I
Fighters.
didn't pick it. Yeah, it's.
okay,
I picked
it's
Dead or
okay.
Alive. He picked.
It's okay.
He picked King of Fighters.
Teddy, it's your turn.
Yeah.
My turn. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does it matter what I pick at this point?
It might. It might honestly.
Soul Calibur.
This is a good one. This is a good matchup.
It's Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat versus Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Hmm.
Dude, I love the opening of like the Soul Calibur levels whenever you like start a match and it's like the winds of destiny will blow upon this day. And then like the characters are like they do like their little dialogue and it's like, I will avenge my father, and then the other guy's like and I'm like, this is what I live for. I guess I'll go first. I'm already talking. Soul Calibur, I love it. Played a lot of Soul Calibur back in the day. The Dreamcast version of 1 is amazing. Soul Calibur 2 is really where I played a lot of it. I had it on PS2. I'm sorry, GameCube fans. I didn't have Link. I had Heihachi from Tekken because they skimped out on the PS2 version, I guess. They were like, we already own this bald guy. I put him in there. So I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2. Fantastic game. Has a really fucking good single player mode. And I also played a lot of Soul Calibur 3. That was a birthday present, actually. I got, do you guys want to know what I got along with Soul Calibur 3 for my birthday? What the two other games were?
What'd you get?
I got Peter Jackson's King Kong and The Matrix Path of Neo. That is the most 2000 shit I've ever said.
That King Kong game was good.
Yeah.
Path of Neo,
It
I
was.
don't remember, but I'm gonna guess.
It was cool. It was fine. I mean, you could do like slow motion Matrix shit. That's what you wanted, right? So like, it was fine.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't play it again now. It probably sucks. But yeah, but Soul Calibur 3 was a huge one for me. Loved that game to pieces. Soul Calibur 4 was a big one. In a lot of bad ways, actually. But I was excited for it to come out, and then it came out. Of course, it had like fucking Darth Vader and Yoda and shit in it. And then it came out, and the series took a bit of a turn with that game. And along with Soul Calibur 5, they just kind of dropped the quality and were a bit shit for a little bit. Had some weird characters and wasn't what I wanted out of the series. But they did return with 6, and I did really like 6. So trying to pick Mortal Kombat versus Soul Calibur is trying to pick my children, and I'm gonna go strictly based on what I think is the better fighting game mechanically, because I do like the lore and characters of both of these series, and they're kind of contenders in my heart. So mechanically speaking, I think Soul Calibur is better than Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna pick Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur is a weapons-based one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's iconic too. I think that there's some classic characters in there that I think of, like Cervantes, this pirate-looking dude, or Nightmare with the eye and the sword, and he's kind of a staple villain as well. And I think that those first two games at least are kind of like really freaking good, like maybe some of the best games, like best fighting games ever. From there, the series does nosedive, which is unfortunate, but man, I could go for some Soul Calibur. There's something about these fighting games, like either that announcer in Soul Calibur or the Mortal Kombat announcer, that is just funny. It is really hard to pick between either, but I do think that there's something about a 3D fighter that I personally like as well. Not all the time, but I think in this specific case, it's like a really sound mechanic. And ring outs. I really like ring outs. You do like death punches and uppercuts in Mortal Kombat sometimes, but no, I can get behind some Soul Calibur. It almost feels like some traditional sumo or something. I don't know. Like it's clear it's not the right analogy, but I could vote Soul Calibur here.
You could.
Yeah.
Will you?
That's really what we're asking for, Teddy.
And I didn't mention it, but there is a weird similarity between these franchises that I think also is in Soul Calibur's favor. I think the inclusion of like third-party characters really works in Soul Calibur, and is still seen. Like Link obviously was a big one. Spawn, of course, the Star Wars characters were a big one. I think like 5 had Ezio or some shit. I don't care. And then 6 had like 2B from Nier Automata and Jerry of the River. He's in that game. So like it's still exciting to see characters in Soul Calibur. Mortal Kombat, they include third-party characters, but like they just kind of feel out of place a lot of the time. Like, you start playing and
Alien.
it's like, is that Alien? Is that RoboCop? Is that Rambo? Like it's cool, but like I'm never like I want to play as those guys. I'm always like, I mean, I guess I'll try them. It's weird.
Alien is a hell of a fighter.
Yeah, that's true. But it is cool, but I think I get more excited for that aspect of Soul Calibur as well.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. I mean, Jerry of the River, dude. He's in 6.
All right. Well, I like that Soul Calibur tries to be different, but I remember I picked up, I think, a PS2 game. I don't remember which one it was, and I didn't really like it. So I'm gonna pick Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Now, Teddy, I don't know if you actually picked one, so I'm gonna kick it back to you.
He said he could.
Yeah.
He didn't say he did.
It's possible. I could vote Soul Calibur if I wanted.
You're the decider here.
He's holding that vote over our heads. he's saying, you want it, you fight for it.
Yeah, who's going to fight harder for this vote?
Oh, please pick Mortal Kombat. I have everything riding on this.
Alex?
I mean, yeah, Soul Calibur's cool. Mitsurugi's a samurai. Oh yeah, Taki has big tits. She's a ninja girl.
I think I played her, yeah. Ivy?
Yeah. Ivy has big tits.
Ivy,
too, yeah.
ooh. That might be the tiebreaker. I gotta give it to Soul Calibur.
Right.
Soul Calibur girls are better than Dead or Alive girls? I conclude.
Oh, confirmed.
I won't
Ivy
stand
bathing
for
suit
this.
confirmed.
Good thing you're sitting.
Oh.
All right, whose turn is it? Me? My? Not my from King of Fighters, but me.
Yeah,
Me, my Shiranui.
you.
All right, just because I don't want to do the other one yet, we're gonna do Virtual Fighter. And this seems like a fair matchup. 3D fighting games up against each other. One of them revolutionized 3D fighting games with weapons. The other one revolutionized 3D fighting games by existing. Because Virtua Fighter was the original 3D fighting game. A lot of other games like Tekken and Dead or Alive have both said that their main influence was the original Virtua Fighter. While Virtua Fighter has never been as successful as the others, it seems to be more of the tournament game, in my opinion, and is a technical showpiece. What's special about Virtua Fighter is the fact that you don't have characters with crazy ass hair that throw fireballs. You have just people that do actual martial arts and stuff. Like all the fighting styles are real and everything's technical. And there's 3 buttons: punch, kick, and block. And from there, it's kind of like a game of rock paper scissors in a way. But it's very deep. It's also, I think it's very cool how the series doesn't. I feel like the series respects the core fighting game players and doesn't throw in random bullshit like Star Wars characters. Like when they throw in when they make a new Virtua Fighter game, they mainly focus on the mechanics, and they might throw in like 2 characters, and these characters are really fleshed out and new. So to me it feels like the most core fighting game you could possibly make. I don't know where my vote is yet. So I do love Virtua Fighter.
I've played Virtua Fighter on the Genesis, on
Ew.
Saturn.
Take it back.
Well, that's the first one of the series I played. Okay, I played that one. I played the Saturn. I played 5, and I recognize characters from it. And I think didn't one of them go on to become Ryo from Shenmue?
Yeah, technically Akira was supposed to be the main character of Shenmue, and then they decided to make Shenmue.
Yeah, I can't pull their names from my head. Maybe I just haven't put enough time into it, but I think that speaks to like how unremarkable some of the Virtua Fighter characters can be. It is remarkable the evolution of fighting games from Virtua Fighter and the technical showpieces, the backgrounds and everything. But I just think, as far as like which one is more iconic to me, like I think Soul Calibur stands out.
Are you telling me you could vote for Soul Calibur?
I could. I really could right now.
He's reserving judgment.
My vote's up in the air,
Yeah. I haven't voted either.
Virtua Fighter is a technical showpiece, but Soul Calibur had Yoda, so I'm gonna pick Soul Calibur.
You're gonna pick Yoda. You're picking Yoda.
Because I had Star Wars,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going with Virtua Fighter. I think I respect Virtua Fighter a lot, and the fact that Sega doesn't like pimp it out as just this fucking a re-release of the fight. I mean, they did re-release 5 like fucking 10 years later, but like it's not like they're like Virtua Fighter 5 with all you buy the DLC. Like when you buy a Virtua Fighter game, it's all there. Like you don't have to buy DLC. It's all included, and it's a great package. Like you buy one product and you're good to go. And I really respect that from those games. And now I'll say this, and then like next week they'll unveil Virtua Fighter 6 as a free to play game with only DLC. But until that day comes, I stand by this. Yeah, I'm going Virtua Fighter.
Spencer voted for Soul Calibur, so I guess it's up to me.
Yes.
No, he voted for Yoda.
Yeah, I am only voting for Yoda.
Strictly Yoda.
Yeah. He also voted for Kasumi in DOA.
Is Yoda hotter? I think so.
That's our next matchup. Yoda versus Kasumi. No, Soul Calibur.
So, okay. It's dead.
Yeah.
By the way, did I not mention when we were pooling these games to add Virtua Fighter and you guys ridiculed me?
No?
I'm pretty sure I was told you're crazy.
What?
I said-
no,
I
why you
said,
taught?
No
I would
way.
never say that about Virtua Fighter.
I wish I recorded it because you said that to me. You said Virtua
This is
Fighter. You went like
this is defamation.
You went like this.
I'm suing you for defamation
You
right
went-
now.
I said I said, excuse me, guys.
I am calling my lawyer.
What about Virtua Fighter?
I am writing an email. They're going to be sending you an affidavit.
And then Alex scrunched up his face. He went like this. And then
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, Virtua, I would never. Even though like, one of my most popular videos on my channel is we me ranking Virtua Fighter games.
Yeah, but he said that. So I'm just so I thought that was a little weird.
I own Virtua Fighter, the animation for Game Boy Color, Game Gear. I wish I was for Game Boy Color.
minute of it.
I hated every minute. It was a shit game.
It's shit. You turned to Terry. I guess we don't have to pick anymore because we have the order now.
Virtua fuckers. No, we have one more.
No, I know, but it's not a pick.
We don't
one.
have to
It's
pick
just-
it, 'cause-
It's picked for us. No, that's
Well,
not
you
true. We
said-
have 2 more. That's right.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but
but
we
wait.
know which one's last.
What did you
so
drop?
we-
I can't see the list. So just what's next?
Okay.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Really, you dropped Killer Instinct
Stay
for
like
this?
that.
Yeah, fuck Killer Instinct. It's just a Mortal Kombat clone.
That's true. Killer- That's old. There hurts me every Dragon Ball
Internet?
Fighters. That hurts my soul.
Alex, you may need to
Does-
go to lose the webcam because you've been
What did
cutting
I do?
out. I know you're slandering me right now. I know that much. But apart from that,
I
yes.
am. Oh, okay. Anyway, I was gonna say yes. It hurts me every time I hear you say Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Isn't that what it is?
It's Dragon Ball Fighters.
How come it has a Z at the end? And how come
Because
the
it's
Z
fighters.
is how come the Z is capitalized?
It's fighters.
Look it
I
up.
actually don't know if it's fighters. I've always called it fighters. So anytime someone says Fighter Z, I'm like, shut up. Yeah, it's-
I'm pretty sure it's Fighter
Played
Z.
ignorance. I haven't played it, but I played some of the other Dragon Ball games.
this is
Never
different.
heard of
This is way different.
2D, right?
Yeah. This is actually on the same level as like the mechanic wise. It's on the same level as Marvel versus Capcom. You pick 3 characters. Each button does a flashy attack, and it's all like you hop 3 times in the air. You know, and that's sort of what it is. It's basically a Dragon Ball version of Marvel versus Capcom. So.
Sounds fun. Who do you play as?
Oh, my team, because you pick 3 characters, my team is Piccolo, because Piccolo is my favorite. Gotenks, because Gotenks is pretty sick. And I switch around. The last time I played, I was playing as Beerus a lot. He's the cat guy from the newer
Oh,
show. Yeah. So,
And Alex,
very...
I looked
what?
it up. You are correct. It is pronounced fighters.
Yes, I got it. That's just what I've always said, but...
It's got a big
glad I'm
capital
right.
Z. You would think they would want you to say Z.
Fighter Z. I mean, it's Fighter
And I mean, there was a Dragon Ball Z.
Z.
So
Yeah.
anyway, keep
Spencer
going.
loves
Sorry to interrupt.
Spencer. You love anime, so I'm,
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're here for this one.
Yeah, accuracy is what I'm here for.
I really fucking love this game. This is the odd duck here because the other ones we're like talking about a whole legacy of games and these franchises. This is one. This is one game, and it came out in like 2017, and I'm pretty sure it was getting supported up until like a year ago or something. I don't know when the last DLC came out, but it was going. It kept going. It never ended. People were like, "When's Fighters 2?" And they were like, "Never. We're doing this one
Fuck
game.
you.
We're doing this one game." And this technically, I guess, could represent like the Arc System games, like the Guilty Gear and those, because it is Arc System Works, but it's probably the most popular Arc System Works game, and rightfully so. This game's fucking beautiful.
Mhm.
I love the way this game looks. My sister, who doesn't even care about Dragon Ball or fighting games, she told me one day I was playing it, and she was like, "I like watching you play this game." She was like, because it's so cool looking, and I was like, "It is like it just looks like an episode of Dragon Ball, but like somehow even prettier." It's so neat. Gameplay is super fun. If you like Dragon Ball, this is your shit. Have you not played it? If you haven't played it, do I like it better than Soul Calibur? Just because I know I'm probably going to get voted out, I'm going to say yes. I do like it more than Soul Calibur.
Damn.
I want to. It's a good ass game, dude.
Yeah, I
Well,
played this.
lucky for you,
Oh, go ahead.
Alex. I like Dragon Ball, so I'm gonna vote Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
It's got all the characters, dude. It's got characters from Dragon Ball Z, from GT, from Super. No, not really any from Dragon Ball. Though I think Kid Goku is there, but I think it's the GT version of Kid Goku. Sadly enough.
Play me some Chi Chi. Some Bulma.
I play as the blonde android. I don't 17. Is that which one? Or 19?
That's 18.
18?
That's 18.
Okay,
Yeah.
18, whatever.
18
Yeah,
plus.
17's the emo looking guy, and 19's the big muscular man with the orange hair. I don't know
Yeah.
how they went from 2 hot teenagers to that thing, but and then you don't want to see 20. Trust me.
Hey, don't
20's a fat looking mime.
don't speak ill of the dead, right? Rest in peace to our boy.
Akira Toriyama. Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot though. I picked Dragon Ball Fighters, and I like it more than Soul Calibur. I actually beat somebody in Dragon Ball Fighters. I was really proud of myself.
Did you have fun
Wow.
with it? Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Who is-
I mean, I just button mashed, but it was fun.
Who is your team?
The only one I
Yeah.
remember is Android 18. The other ones can suck a dick. It doesn't matter.
I do think this
Yeah.
game's hilarious because you can have there's so many versions of Goku and Vegeta in the game that you can just have a team of Goku or a team of Vegeta in variants, which I do think is hilarious. I've done that many times.
All
Man,
right.
So
which of
what,
this-
what did Toriyama do to piss you off?
I hate everything that he's done except for Dragon Ball, but he just does the art for it. I don't like. I've seen one episode of Dragon Ball Z, I think, and it was
Yeah.
the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen. I think I lost brain cells watching it. It was. I know that he was like in a big pink area, and there was somebody eating people and turning them into cakes.
Oh Lord, that was the Boo Saga, dude.
It was literally I like, oh, this is Dragon Ball. Interesting. What is this?
Oh
then I
Lord,
was, like,
no,
watching
You
it.
love
you
Dragon
came-
Ball Z.
you
could
came
do
at
that
the
for
wrong
any of
one.
the seasons.
You came
I
in
don't
at the
know.
wrong season though. That is like that
Yeah.
is that's the 4th arc. And that's like
Maybe.
the arc where I think that's the arc where they were like, we don't know what to do anymore.
Or you could watch the Frieza saga and like see Goku hold a spirit bomb for 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Or you could watch. See, you'd like the Cell saga because that one has your favorite girl.
Yeah, that's where the androids came
androids,
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think somebody told me, like, I heard my friends talking about Dragon Ball one time, and they were like, and then Goku got to the 2000 power level, and then his friend got to 3000 or something like that. And
That's just anime, dude.
my brain was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is that? Who cares? What does that mean? Like, that's so stupid. I don't know. I think
Dude.
Dragon Ball's very dumb. But I do want to play Sandland.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, the
you
new
know what?
one, yeah. The
Yeah, I
Post-mortem
do want to
game.
play that, and I actually want to watch the thing, like the anime and stuff it's based on, because like I didn't know this till the other day that like it was a manga, then like it recently got an anime adaptation, and
Mhm.
it's on Disney Plus.
Really?
What is it doing out there?
Disney
So,
Plus.
like, that's the reason why I want to watch it. I want to know why Disney has this fucking
Like,
thing.
we got to get our hands on Sandland.
yeah,
We
yeah,
got
do
our
it.
hands on Sandland, huh?
I was watching a video about it. It was like, and they don't promote any of their anime, and I was like, why does it have Sandland? What's happening?
That is interesting. You know why it's probably it might be on there, and you may not realize it, but Disney and Hulu got together, so it might actually be a Hulu thing. It's just on the app of Disney Plus because Hulu had a
It's
bunch of
cool.
animes.
That's true. I need to search. I need to see if it's on Hulu. But yeah, I do want to. That game looks cool. I play it.
There you have it, a clean sweep. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Wow,
The clean.
it sounds like a fucking bug zapper.
Hold
And
hold on.
But wait, there's more.
There's one more. Super Smash!
I don't know the lyrics.
There you go. Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers versus Dragon Ball Fighters.
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 Actually, a pretty good matchup, I think, because one thing they have in common is that they're both party style fighting games that are easy to pick up and play, but are deceivingly deep once you actually get into it, and that's cool.
Is Dragon Ball
One
Fighters
has
considered
all
a
the-
party game?
Dragon
It's
Ball
like
Fighters.
simple. It's like Marvel versus Capcom, where like so in Dragon Ball Fighters you can push one button multiple times and do a combo. so you don't actually need to like learn a lot of things to play it. But
I don't know. My
it's-
friends would
it's-
come at you if you said that because they play Dragon Ball Fighters and like
I didn't. I know. I said it's easy to pick up and play. I didn't say it was easy to master.
well, no, they would. They would. I think they would challenge you on the party game thing. I think our viewers
No,
would challenge
they would.
you.
They definitely would. I just pissed off 20.
Yeah.
No, I pissed off 45% of the people who listen.
They're coming at.
Don't
they're
worry,
coming
the
after
piss
you,
off
dude.
counter's way high at this point. I mean, we're
Piss
just
on
going
me.
for a record here.
Yeah, we're not making friends today.
Make a piss.
We haven't been for a while here, so nothing to do.
Okay, well, let me just
Yeah.
say that I have extensive history with Super Smash Brothers. Love it. I could play it endlessly and never get bored. I'm picking Super Smash Brothers. Ness is my boy. That's my answer.
If my life had a pie chart of like time, it'd be like 50%. No, not 50. It'd be like 35% sleep,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then it'd be like 15% poop.
That's a lot.
And then the rest would be Super Smash Brothers. If you go to I was looking through
That's a lot
I have my
of poop.
Wii U hooked up, by the way, and this is just for the Wii U version. I was looking at the playtime on my Wii U games, and for Super Smash Brothers, I have 206 hours.
Whew.
So. And that's only that one. And I've played all the other ones. And shit. My most played game on my Switch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know if I had those kind of logs for my Wii and GameCube and shit, the Smash Brothers games would be up there, man. I fucking love those games to pieces. I get so excited when they come out. I want to know who's going to be in it. I'm praying. I'm like, oh man, I hope fucking Prince Fluff from Kirby's Epic Yarn's in there. He never is. But you know, I'm always wishing and hoping for these certain characters. We all are. It's the way it works. It's the way your heart works for Super Smash Brothers. It's always special to see it happen. You know, when those characters finally do. I have a story about the Miiverse where I was on the Miiverse when Smash for Wii U was supposed to come out, and they were still announcing characters. And I posted a thing that was like, it was like a real drawing of Pac-Man. It was like the little like the Pac-Man World Pac-Man with the arms and legs. And I wrote Pac for Smash, and somebody commented on Miiverse and was like, "That's stupid. You're stupid. Like he shouldn't be in." And I was like, "Dude, like why'd you comment on my thing? Like you didn't have to comment. Like you could have just kept scrolling."
Mhm.
And then like it was the whole thing. Like he was like, "You're stupid. Pac-Man will never be in Smash." And then like a month later, they announced Pac-Man for Smash, and then I went back to Miiverse and he deleted everything.
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart.
he was like getting like immediately. I like as soon as they announced Pac-Man, I went back to Miiverse and he got to it before me. Yes. But that's just how popular Smash is, man. You know,
Yeah.
like we're gonna argue over a little fucking yellow ball whether he should be in the game or not. I love it.
Does it make it the best fighting game?
Yeah.
That's the question. Because
Yeah.
is Smash Brothers a real fighting game?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
There's
played
fighting
at-
game character.
and it's-
Reusing it.
It's played at what's the big
Evo.
fighting game? Evo. Yeah, it's played there.
All right.
Dude, and some of the competitive level Smash players, oh my god, dude. Some of the shit they do,
True.
especially in Melee. I'm like, what the fuck are
Melee-
you even playing?
Controversial opinion. I think Melee is busted. I don't think there's even a reason to play that because to play it now in tournament, you basically have to break the game, and I think that's unfortunate. I think that's stupid, and I vote Melee out. I say classic N64 all the way.
I will say that, I mean, turning items off, it basically becomes a fighting game.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have to. You have to.
Yeah.
No items. Nobody plays items with me. I refuse.
I mean, and even going a step further, if you're like, well, you have to like knock each other off the stage, you could turn off health if you're into that sort of thing. you I mean, only psychos play it with health, but you can. You know,
Next level.
that's all I'm saying.
Well, and
Or
but
bumpers.
health would be a problem, though, I feel like, because the game isn't balanced around health.
But it is an option.
It is an option, yeah, but it wouldn't really resolve what
You
I
can't
think what
play
you're asking
Smash
for.
like a traditional fighter, I guess is the point. But does that make it any less of a fighting game?
It is a game where you are fighting.
Mhm. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have picked a wrestling game. I didn't think about
Yeah.
it, but That technically
and
could have
and
fit.
I would've picked
Cineroar.
UFC
And-
if we're going that,
and-
you know, like
And
Tanjiro.
Cineroar is in Smash Brothers, and he's a wrestling Pokemon.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks for adding that.
Yeah, well, I wanted you to feel included.
Little Mac's in there, and he is a punch out.
He's garbage. I mean, I love him, but he's garbage.
I don't use him.
1v1 me at Little Mac.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't played Dragon Ball Fighters. Smash.
Smash! Yay! Let's all celebrate. What's your Smash? Who's your Smash main?
Donkey Kong and Mario.
If you had to pick
Usually
one.
Mario.
Mario,
Mario.
Spencer, is it Ness?
It's Ness,
It's
and then
Ness.
as a backup, it's Princess Peach.
Okay, that's fair. Shit. So we're going like melee. Then
No, anything.
just any of them. Okay, I mean, if we're going any of them, I mean, my main is always Mr. Game and Watch, but my backup is Sonic. But if we're doing melee, I can't pick Sonic. Unless we do that. Hey, unless I go on the forums and figure out how to unlock him.
Well, I read something where you could get him, but it didn't work out.
Anyway, yeah, Brawl On. It's Sonic's been my. But no, Game and Watch is my boy. I like flipping the bacon on the ledge, man. That pisses people off every time.
Our
Is
winner
there a fighter you'd like to get better at in Smash?
Yeah, the new one I've played a lot. I like Terry a lot, and I like Pac-Man a lot. I wish I was better with Mega Man, but I just can't. Man, he's too stiff. I just can't. I can't. I can't.
I like Young Link in theory, but I just never was able to really feel powerful as Young Link.
Yeah, he's not hot enough. Like not like older Link.
I've seen him drawn with some pretty attractive thighs, so maybe that's you can get that in the game.
I like Ganondorf. In fact, I pick him a lot, but he's so slow. I mean, Donkey's slow, but like you can kind of manipulate it. Ganondorf's really slow.
He's just kind of Falcon, right? Kind of Falcon.
hmm
Kinda
Yeah,
gets
he's a
the game.
slow, strong Falcon. Nothing like landing Ganondorf's punch.
As an F-Zero
But
fan,
against a competitive Smash player,
and like as an F-Zero fan, I thought you would pick Captive. I thought that checks all your boxes.
oh, I always go Ganondorf over Falcon just because of the strength. Falcon's too slow, or not too slow. Falcon's not strong enough for what he does.
Man, in the N64 one, he's a beast.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I'm excited to brawl it out.
I can also do some pretty heavy damage with Olimar, but they have greatly nerfed me now because Olimar is fantastic, but if somebody plays as villager, they can put all the Pikmin in their pockets, which means he's worthless. So it means all his attacks are garbage because he needs those Pikmin. So fix them.
I like Jigglypuff as well, but it's
Dude.
kind of a crapshoot.
Jigglypuff is the dude. No, Jigglypuff has the best attacks in the air. Like you can do some crazy shit if you're just like in midair. And when I was playing on Wii U a lot of people, if you went online, a lot of people played as Ike, Charizard, Captain Falcon. Nobody played as Jigglypuff, so I loved going on as Jigglypuff and just fucking wrecking shop. Also, if you land sleep on somebody, just knocks them right the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I used to love playing as Jigglypuff on Wii U.
I went to a Smash Brothers Melee tournament when I was younger, and there was a guy in pajamas that I was matched up against, and I played a lot. I thought I was really good, and then I went there, and he picked the Ice Climbers, and I was like, "Oh God, this is a shoo-in." He was so good that he lined it up where the Ice Climbers, and he did this 5 times. We played 5 stock. The Ice Climbers would get on either side of me. One would grab me, and then they would both whack me, and I could not break it because of, I'm sure, like a frame thing of where you have so many frames after getting hit that you can't break out of something. He would whack me until I was at 300% health and throw me off, and he did that 5 times in a row. It was like an international tournament that I just walked into that I didn't realize.
Oh, because one can grab and the other can attack.
They can both attack
Quick.
during it. It's really weird. It's like
During a grab, though, like one could grab you, hold you, and the other could be attacking you while you're getting grabbed.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
some
I guess you're
combo
right.
of
When you're
that.
grabbed, you can go like you can do light attacks.
Yeah, and it was wild, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "You're such a fucking nerd," but I didn't say it. I just was like,
Yeah.
he like, you came to this in your pajamas and they smell bad. It's like whatever. Like I win in life, so get the hell out of my way.
Okay, so I don't remember what the episode was, but I remember we had a joke. Spencer, can you remember what we said the name of the ice climbers were?
No.
So their names are Nana and Popo, but
Mhm.
we said their names are Pee Pee and Poo Poo.
That's good.
And I
That
don't know what
sounds
episode
like
this
Button
was.
Mapper Caliber
I
joke.
don't know
That's-
what episode this was.
That sounds like something we would say.
And Spencer
see it.
lost it over Pee Pee and Poo Poo.
That's good. I'm glad that I did.
Fun.
That's
That's why I asked you. Man, I can't wait to not check any of the comments from the clips from this episode.
Yeah, YouTube Studio. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Delete that app. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just disable. I mean, I switch back and forth between it and TurboZone one, so I need to like make sure I'm on the TurboZone one so I don't get any notifications. Because man, it's gonna be a cesspool in there. Jeez.
Welcome.
Virtual Fighter should have won, and I'll tell you why. I can't wait for that. I'm ready.
Good.
Well, actually, Sarah Bryant is pretty hot. Do you know who Sarah Bryant is?
No.
Look her up. So
No.
look up Sarah. Look,
Hey,
yes,
I played
Spencer,
Pokken.
right now.
Sarah
I played
Bryant?
Pokken for Wii U. I played
Sarah
the Tekken
Bryant,
game.
Virtua Fighter. I think she's hotter than any of the Dead or Alive characters.
What is this obsession with characters being hotter than the Dead or Alive characters?
I just want to prove you wrong.
I think you have a weird anti-fetish or something like that.
And non-fetish, what?
Sarah Bryant?
Bryant
Bryant.
to
Okay.
the T. Virtual Fighter.
Are there
Okay.
any matchups that we didn't
No.
have out of these 9
Yes.
that you kind of wish we did?
I mentioned Tekken, but I don't actually like Tekken that much, so that one. Oh wait, you mean out of these 9, like matchups together?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like we're doing 1 for 1, you know?
No, I think the episode was perfect.
It was really damn good.
And if you say otherwise, you're disgracing
I
the show.
hate you. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 versus Smash Bros. Would have been interesting.
A funny thing to take a stance on.
Yeah. Dragon Ball
My nuts?
versus Nah, I don't know. That's the only one that comes to mind.
I think Dead or Alive Soul Calibur could have been a good matchup.
I thought we did that.
Uh,
No, we didn't do that.
It was
No,
not- it
never
was
mind. We
not
did
to
Soul
be.
Calibur. We did Virtual Fighter Soul Calibur. That's right.
Mhm.
Dead or Alive
No, I
lost.
think it actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon. Hunt the dragon.
the
Dragon
dragon.
my nuts. Dragon. Fuck the dragon. I don't know what they say there. What do they say, Daddy?
Rock the Dragon.
Oh, rock
Ball.
the dragon. What if you're saying fuck the dragon? Dragon.
It's a weird,
Dra-
like,
Shit,
Can't.
that'd be awesome. Every time they use the
No.
Dragon Balls, Shin McGrath is like,
bestiality.
Shin McGrath is like, I'm glad you summoned me. Here are my Dragon Balls. What an awful joke.
Yikes. I like the
Dude.
Japanese song for the original Dragon Ball.
All I can think of is,
Dun,
all I can think of.
dun,
Oh, okay, that one.
dun, dun, dun.
I don't know why. All I could think of was the All Aboard One Piece song.
Let's try, Daiboken. Then he has Adventure. Dun, 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 dun.
Dragon. Fuck the
Dragon Ball.
dragon. Dragon
Fuck the
Balls.
I've been saying it this whole time.
Dragon. Fuck the dragon.
He's
I
been
have to
penetrating
pee.
your ears.
Dude, I wish they hired me to do an anime
They will.
song in English, but only for Japanese audience, so I can say stuff like that. Be like, dragon, fuck the dragon. I have to pee.
Be on a different
And then-
kind of anime.
Yeah, but like they wouldn't
to
know what
the
I'm
head.
saying in Japan. They would be like, "This is awesome!" Like they got some English person to do the song. Like this must be deep.
Yeah, because Japanese people don't speak English.
They don't.
We know speak English.
Oh, fuck a dragon, yeah.
Fucking dragon. Fucking dragon.
Could we end the recording so I could ask you some clerical questions?
Clerical. What is your fucking? Is that your class in your D&D game? Are you a cleric?
No, it's HR talk. It's like a ask you talk
Oh.
like about
after the show.
managerial stuff.
Yeah, well, listen,
Oh.
it's been a good fight. I'm tired. I'm ready to rejuvenate. Let's go out and get some Gatorade, boys.
I like that Alex thinks clerical is something from a D&D game. Like that's
A cleric, right? That's what I thought of.
good lord, what happened to you?
You don't want to know.
All right.
I stopped recording.
Okay.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.